All right, guys, what is up? And we are here with round number 2 of the Otakon event, day 1 of the Otakon event, here at beautiful Washington, D.C. at the Otakon convention. We have Mr. Max Tapera on the left, who won round 1.
Yes, he did.
With red-purple, which is something that I know he's been talking a lot about. He likes very, very well. Very aggressive deck. It has some control and bounce and some tempo. I'd say it's probably the tempo deck of the format. Very fun deck. And on the right, we have Joseph Gonza. Wait, it's Gonzalez, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just need to scoot that over then. Oh, Gonza. It's not how you say it, as it turns out. All right, there we go. Scoot that over for him. All right. And we're taking a look and see what Joseph wants to do here. A lot of action in his hand here. He's playing green-red, which looks to be a little bit more control-y than normal, actually. Playing some pretty interesting cards here. We'll see if he plays out the Naruto Sentinel card. He does, and draws the EX cards. Gets Gagara with that, which is the, I believe, the 4-cost EX card. And then he's going to play Sakura and kill the... Alright. Off the kill, he's going to draw EX. Gain 2 more time, goes up to 2, actually. And he's going to play, oh, sick play, actually. 2 Sentinel cards. That actually could be a little tough for Max to deal with. Now, purple-red does have access to Sakura. Sakura, whenever she comes into play, can KO a Sentinel card. So it's a great way to get rid of Boruto. But having to use that card on Gagara or Gaara here or Naruto is pretty rough. But 1 card down. Passing it back to Joseph's turn with Tatsuni. Tatsuni was a card I was never really that on board with, honestly, but actually pretty good here. Man, if Joseph can play a 1-drop and play out the 6-drop Naruto, man, that's, in my opinion, one of the best EX cards. Side does trade, though.
Hate to see that.
Okay, hang on, I gotta stop it real quick, guys. Sorry, hang on. Yeah, I got it. Okay, my bad. So I'll see what happened. Okay. So Max actually decided to bounce the Naruto instead of killing it, which really surprised me. I assumed that he would let it die and then have to bounce his own guy. It stinks because you have to bounce your own guy, but it does get Naruto off the field.
That one does?
Yeah, and this way, Naruto gets bounced, so Joseph can just play it right back out, which I think was a little bit of a misplay, so I misunderstood, I guess, exactly what happened there. Yeah, letting the Naruto die, I think, is maybe a little bit more advantageous for Max there. Okay, Max getting the Saiyan hand, though. That was the one where if it dies, it bounces back to your hand. 4 costs. A very good card. It actually replaces itself when it dies, which is pretty cool. So Joseph just needs to find a way to get some action on the board here. Let's see what he decides to do. Very similar deck than what we saw Peter play, actually. Actually, he can go... Oh, man, it's so tough. I don't mind another Naruto, honestly. You draw another EX card, you get 2 more Sentinels out, and again, you put yourself out of Sai range, which is what's the most important. If Max Sai's to bounce one of the EX cards, then it just passes your turn. And none of the art cards can get through it anyway, so I like just another Naruto card here. And then if it survives, though, you have some crazy EX possibilities, and there it goes. I think it's insane play right here for Joseph. And it's very few outs for Max here, since none of his cards can actually attack into these Sentinels and survive. So we'll see what Max decides to do. He's just going to sacrifice 2 for what appears to be an EX. It's going to be Sasuke Sasano, the red version. When this comes into play, he gets to kill something, so he's going to be able to kill both of these cards, but at the cost of both of his cards, which when you're against the, aggro deck is a good trade.
Yeah, it's definitely a good trade.
And you're trading 2 for 2, which, and Joseph got EX cards off of it, so in theory, he's even if he can actually play them. Ooh, Max going to play out Granny Chio first. He does have to play the time for the Granny, though. Or actually, that might have been off no, it wasn't off reinforcements. All right, Hidan coming out. Joseph with a bunch of EX cards in hand, but has to find a way to play them. It's going to be a little tough here. He does have the haster that he can't really play. So he's going to play out Sasuke here. Kill out Granichio, see what gets reinforced. Max does have some options here, though. See what he decides to play off the resources. Sai, very good choice here. This essentially gives Sai haste. He can attack the next turn, so Max is going to be able to attack again for quite a bit of damage here.
That's going to be rough.
Yes, 4 damage here. That's assuming nothing comes off of Joseph's side, though. There's still plenty of stuff that he can hit. We've already seen Gaara. He's played Gaara, so we know there's at least 2 more Gaaras somewhere. Hidan attacking her for 4 and gets actually killed. And since this kills, it actually kills the Ochimaru, which allows him to bounce something. So he's going to bounce the EX card. Very, very smart play by Joseph here, leaving only a Sai left. Max going to play a Hidan off of the Hidan trigger from reinforcements. Draw a card, discard a card. Discard the 7-drop Hako. And there's the attack with recovery. This won't. Oh, there's the Gaara we talked about. Sick. Did that hit? So that's +3 there. It did. Oh, hang on. It doesn't. Hang on. I'm sorry. Hang on, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. The Gaara actually has to die in combat to get +3 times, so Max doesn't go to 3 times, so. All right, and there's Sasuke Sano coming out again. Now, remember, Joseph does get the Legion trigger off this, so he gets to discard the top card of his deck here. If it's a battler, he gets to draw it. We'll see if he does do the Legion trigger. Joseph, you need to do the Legion trigger. Joseph, please remember to do the...
He's on the trigger.
Okay, Joseph, on board. All right, and then there's the KO. And then he's going to bounce the X again. Sick, though, string of Guardian abilities by Joseph here. Those bounce triggers being very, very, very powerful. I actually don't like Ochimaru that much. I think he's not a good card unless you play him off of Naruto. We can play him for free, which is just absurd.
Here he goes again with him.
Yeah, here it goes again. Nothing to kill, though. All right, attack. 1, 2. That does kill him, though. So Joseph down to no life, but Max with nothing on field yet. All right, so interesting play by Max here, playing out Sakari here. It looks like Joseph doesn't have an out, though. Oh, okay. I thought that was actually the 2-cost side. So sick. 6-cost side does get him there. It's also going to open him up to be able to play an EX card as well. So if this sticks on the field, this could quickly snowball in Joseph's favor. Max running a little low on resources, but the double Legion trigger helped them get some more cards in hand. Going to discard the Might guy. Actually, really important to know that's in the deck. And there's the kill.
Man.
Yeah, he did get this Sasari off of the EX card, so that's going to go game 1 to Max. All right. All right, pretty close game here, actually, by Joseph. He got some good Guardian ability triggers off the stack there, which let him kind of stabilize a little bit. It's a shame the Gaara didn't die. If the Gaara died, he would have actually gained the 3 time. That would have been pretty big.
That would definitely help him out, especially with that last play there and everything. But
Yep. It would have made it so Max wouldn't be able to play the 2 cards and play the 5, the Sasuke Sasano like twice, which is pretty devastating. But I guess actually, if Joseph would have chose to bounce the creature instead of bouncing the EX, Max wouldn't have been able to keep sacrificing for the same creature. I wonder if that would have changed the game at all. Ooh, Joseph with a pretty defensive hand here. I like it. Ooh, turn 1 Naruto. This reduces all cards in your hand by 1, including EX cards. Pretty powerful.
Looks like he drew another one as well.
Yeah, he forgot to draw the card for turn, and they caught it, though, and so he drew the card for turn. It's something different about Chrono Clash system that a lot of people have trouble with. I do, too, is you do draw the first turn, and you go, and that's very rare for card games. Usually the first player is down a card. But in this game, it's not the case. Max playing Sakura of his own to kill. Ooh, gives Joseph a life. Now, this card is sick because it gives you an EX card, but it does give your opponent a life, and now it's going to give Joseph 2 life, and these green decks, you want to be really careful giving them life. They have a lot of ways to gain life. They have an action card that gains them life, which I thought you just drew. I was like, what? The EX card gives you 2 life, and then the oh man, who's the cool ninja trainer? That has like do you watch Naruto? Have you ever watched Naruto?
Not lately.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I haven't watched it. I've never watched it. I just know that he's like the ninja trainer guy, but he's a 10 drop, and he gains you a life when he comes into play as well. So those are the 3 ways that the green has to gain life. So you want to be really careful, especially whenever Joseph just traded him off with his 1-cost action cards. Put Max in a weird situation here where he's staring down an opponent with 7 life, and his hand's pretty small right now. 2 cards in hand by Max.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
very light hand over here, and he's just going to play Naruto into what appears to be Zabuza. This guy's cool.
It's a Kakashi.
Yeah, Kakashi, that's it, yeah. So the 10-drop Kakashi gives you a life as well. I knew it started with K, but I kept wanting to say like something weird that is incorrect. Like every one of these names I'm probably saying incorrectly, and people are laughing at me, but... Keyblade Master LMP. Guido Statue just requires you to KO two cards. It doesn't have to be your own cards, just 2 cards. Now, if you're unable to kill 2 of your opponent's cards, then you would have to kill 2 of your own, including Guido Statue. Oh, Max with the second Sakura able to kill Naruto yet again. But Zabuza's really good, though. He can attack battlers, so he's really weak to Sentinels. But he's able to reduce the next card you play by 3. And he attacks for 2. And he has 6 life. It's actually pretty devastating. Ooh. Not able to really kill anything. He has to target his own guy, but his own guy is also not an available target, so the spell's just going to kind of fizzle here. Oh, and Max actually passing here, not choosing to play since he doesn't want to bounce one of his own EX cards. Yamato, pretty upsetting card here when you're in the situation that Max is in here. Yep. All right, nothing's going to happen off the 2 there. And then one more card. Does attack twice. One more card for Max, and he gets to draw an EX card. All right, so the next card being played by Joseph is going to cost 3 less. Oh, no. I think Joseph's going to try to EX out here, and this is a terrible play. All right, plays it out for the monster. Whatever this thing's called. Monsterkin's monster here. And he's going to attack in the EX play. Perfect play. The absolute right play to make here. Clears Max's board and gains 2 life. Max is looking to be in a tough spot, especially with 2 action cards in hand here. Not looking too good. Going to play Sasuke, moving Max to 1. Oof. All right, Max did at least draw a playable card, though, so he's going to be able to play out Hidan here. Again, not the best play, but it's better than just passing and giving your opponent 3 time here. And it does allow him to kind of sculpt his hand here, get that Yamato out of his hand, which 1 is good, 2 is good even. Yeah, Kakashi. Thank you, Long Gladiator. All right, attacking for 3 here. Oh, my goodness. Going to use Neji here to actually kill the EX card. Unfortunate shield trigger, but... Oh, it's going to trade 3 to 3 here, but he does get Legion trigger. Yep, so Legion trigger is going to go off. Yep, there it is. Discards the top card, gets it. Oh, Mitsuki's actually pretty good. That'll actually deal 2 and just deal a damage. If he has another one in hand, that's actually game. All right, does he have a second Mitsuki in hand? I can't see.
I don't think so.
He doesn't, no. Sakura's not the right play here. I would just play Boruto and pass. You get an EX card. If it survives, you just auto-win. you give your opponent a lot of time to work with, but you know, Max has such few cards in hand, I think it's okay. But this isn't a bad play either. This is the more, like, conservative play for sure. All right, Max, take a look at his EX card. See if he can find a way to get some life here. This is such a risky attack. And there it is, +2 time, he loses. Oh my gosh, Max.
Oh, no. Such
a risky play, but I think he had to make it, though. Look at his hand. I don't think there's anything else you do. I just would have Yamato my guy back to my hand and returned. It really stinks because you're essentially just passing the turn, but you don't just lose to that. And and that card actually hits for 2, so you're even more likely to hit a time off of that. So sometimes the right plan is just to stall and pass. It's a little unfortunate because it's not necessarily getting you to the end, right? Like, you're not going to win off that play, but you're not going to lose. And I think sometimes that's better. You know, just play it out, make sure you don't lose, and then see what we can draw, see what we can come up with, see if we can get us out of the sticky situation that Max is in. But he took a gamble.
Sometimes you got to.
Sometimes you do. Can't win if you don't roll the dice.
Exactly. You got to pay to win.
I gotta pay to win.
No, I'm just kidding.
Max with the downloadable content to help him win that match. All right. Going into game number 3 here, guys. Sick. I'm glad we got a game number 3. I love these decks. This game's actually extremely interactive, guys, and it might not appear so at first, but the game is extremely interactive. There's so many fun little interactions and things that happen, and sometimes attacking isn't always the best thing to do, like we just saw what happened to Max there. You know, sometimes just kind of waiting a turn is often the better choice. Kind of build your board up a little bit. Time is an important resource. Max looks like he has a much more balanced hand this time around. Has some removal, some bounce. Yamato is still not the best card in this matchup, I don't think, but not terrible either. I'm curious of how many copies of Yamato Max runs. I think 2 is the right choice the more I play with it. It's just so tough because the card in the Guardian ability, its Guardian ability is it bounces one of your opponent's cards, and that effect is insane. And so it's just so tough. It's so tough. Having multiple copies in your hand like last game is devastating, but having them into your Guardian ability is in Guardian stack is insane. So, all right, Max going to 0 time here, killing the Sada. Really, really powerful card. All right, draws another EX card. Ooh, second Sasuke coming down. Draws an EX card from that Sasuke. 2 Sasukes on board. See what Joseph can do here. He could just play the Boruto game. I feel like these players aren't playing the Boruto game enough here. Side bouncing the 2-drop. That's not the worst that's ever happened. Yeah, I'll just play this Boruto and pass. My man, yeah, there you go. I like this play a lot. Now he gets to draw an EX card. Gets a pretty good one. That puts Max in a really weird spot. If Max has the out, he has the out, but if Joseph can play out 2 Borutos, then it becomes, okay, Yamato, here we go. This is an out for it. Bounce, bounce. But that's okay. Like, Max does not hate that. And then swing comes with Sasuke. Likely that it dies here. It doesn't actually, though. Unfortunate. He does get his next EX card. See what Max decides to do with time here. The worst thing that can happen here is if Joseph gets left at 1 time. Ooh, Max deciding to kill. Play Gagara here.
He fields it off that?
Yeah, he bounces it. Yeah, bounces it off. That's what we just talked about. Yamato bouncing is pretty huge here, and the Sasuke puts him up here. Interesting play by Max. I can't really see his hand, so I don't know. Leaving him at low life, yeah, boom, right into Boruto. This is a great play by Joseph because Max cannot Sai it back. If he can Sai it back, but it passes turn, so he can't attack. It's a big thing with Boruto. It's okay if Boruto gets bounced because you net a card off of it. You just don't want it to get bounced and then leave him with enough time where they can attack.
Right.
So because like right now you can't attack into it, so he has to play Sai first. If you play Sai first, Ninetale Fox would get him there though. Ninetale Fox trades. But it looks like I don't think The Nine-Tailed Fox is actually in Max's EX hand here, though. Hadan coming out, taking him to 0. Draw a card, discard a card. So he decides to discard here. Probably the 7-drop. Yeah, there you go. He has double Hadan too, so that means he can Hadan into a Hadan if he can play something. The problem he's having now, though, is nothing can get through this Boruto, so it doesn't really net him anything. He also has a Sasaru too. I mean, his turn could be insane if this Boruto wasn't on board. He could actually go Hadan into EX, Sasori out, another Hadan into his hand, and then replace another Hadan with another Hadan. Like, it'd actually be pretty nuts. All right, gets a Haster. Draw EX. That's a Nine-Tails, so has to be. It's the last EX card. There it is. Yep. All right, he's going to play out the next Hadan here. This is as... Oh, he's choosing not to? So this is going to be 2-2... 2-1, yeah, it's game. Well, it could be game. We don't know that for sure. Boruto kills. So now it's not game. Okay. Again, Max getting so unlucky with these triggers, it feels like. All right, and there's Mitsui going to... Oh, +3 time. It's actually not too bad. I mean, it stinks for Max, but it could be worse. All right, Boruto coming down. All right, deal with another one, man. Boruto's such a good card, man. Right? Such a good card. All right, see how Max can deal with it. He's thinking. He has some turns to deal with it, though. It's not like he's going to lose if he doesn't deal with it this turn. Kind of crazy, though. He has literally no answer in his hand, though. I'm surprised he didn't go Hadan and Hadan there. I mean, the play that he wants to do is still possible if he just goes Hadan into Hadan, and then he can go into Sasori, get back a Hadan, and then play out the Hadan off the other Hadan when you EX in another card. I think Max hit +3 times, so it didn't matter anyway. The play he chose to make was a fine line. Like, it was going to win in the game if he didn't hit the trigger, but I think he could have played it maybe just a little tighter where he could leave with more stuff on board. All right, discard card, draw EX, so he doesn't have to discard a card. If you can't do any of it, you can't. If you can't do any of it, you don't do any of it. If you can't do one part of it, you don't do any of it. If that makes sense. Ooh, what's he gonna get back? Maybe the Sentinel Killer. Does he have that in the drop there? Sai. But that doesn't. Okay, I mean, Sai's good. Yeah, he's just going to play it right back out. Okay. I mean, that's still fine, though. Max is building the board. Oh, he drew it. Off the top. Kill it. Oh,
no, you hate to see that.
Off the top. Max coming in off the top with the Sentinel Killer. Unbelievable.